Let me tell you a quick story about M&T Bank Personal Loans. How do you get approved? And how do you actually get approved for a high amount, for a large amount, even if you have bad credit score, okay? Let's have a conversation about that. The first thing you have to do here is to actually understand the loan type. So when you talk about M&T Bank Personal Loans, we need to have a clear idea. Boss, we need to have a clear idea about the loan types. So when you think about M&T, you have unsecured personal loans, and then you have cash secured loans. So there are two types of loans you can get with when you step into an M&T Bank's branch. You can only have two types of loans. You have unsecured and secured loans. Now they call the secured loans cash secured loans. Okay, I want to quickly get into that. So when you talk about unsecured loans, those are basically you're getting extra cash with no collateral required. And you can use the cash for a lot of things. You can use the cash for consolidating high interest balances. You can finance a big purchase. You can cover miscellaneous expenses. Really, the whole 9 years, it's up to you. And the cool thing here is that the M&T is really, really generous because the bank will approve you for $2,000 all the way to $50,000. This is kind of cool because a lot of banks, sometimes they stop around 35,000, for a BMO, for example. And, if you take the big banks such as the Bank of America or Chase, they don't even offer personal loans right now. So, really kudos to M&T Bank for actually being generous here. Okay. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And we're just going to have a quick convo, a quick journey, a quick analytical journey into M&T Bank and kind of look at the personal loans they have. Okay, so you have unsecured loans. Then you also have cash secured loans. So basically, you can use your M&T savings account or CD to actually collateralize the loan to serve as a security for the loan. And that what will happen here is that M&T will give you better interest rates, and you also can qualify for a larger amount. I mean, that makes sense. As long as you collateralize the loan, M&T has no problem giving you whatever you want because your collateral will serve as the security for the loan anyway, in case you default. So two loan types. I just want to be clear about that. I'll speak about the secured type later on, but I just want to talk to you about the unsecured loans first. Okay, very important. Now, the thing is, when you talk about M&T, a lot of people don't know that M&T is really a great bank, a great institution. And even though it's not a national bank like Bank of America, like Chase, like Citi or Wells Fargo, M&T is really kicking ass in the geography that it covers. And this is an important element. And the reason why you want to get a personal loan from M&T is that, first of all, it's a wonderful bank. I've already said that, but you are able to get quick approval. Can you believe that you can get the cash in as little as 24 hours? I mean, go ask the big banks, and those big banks, they take days to approve you. M&T is not doing that. M&T is a mid-tier bank. In other words, they're not a tier 1 bank, but they're a tier 2 or tier 3 bank, depending on how you analyze them. But hey, listen, they're giving your cash real quick. They actually approve you within 24 hours, boss. Can you imagine that? 24 hours, they're giving your cash right. That's kind of funny. Like, imagine you applied today, right? You went to an M&T Bank branch today, right? You filed the paperwork. You have blah, 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 blah. I want $35,000. I want $50,000. I want $40,000. Tomorrow morning, at the same time you listen to me, at the same time, your cash is dispersed. I'm not talking about getting approved, just approved. You're getting approved and your cash is dispersed right away. Now, it does help though. It does help to actually have an M&T Bank account. That way they will wire the funds to your account right off the bat. Okay, so you don't need to actually to wait and have the funds being sent to another bank. No, just have everything sent to your M&T Bank account. That way you can use the cash right away. And what we love about this process is that you actually can repay the loan over 1 to 7 years. So very long repayment window. A lot of banks, they give you 5 years maximum. Like they're kind of scared as hell about giving you a longer repayment window. But M&T is kind of comfortable. They're confident in your ability to repay them. So they're giving you 1 to 7 years. And what we love about that, if you have this 1 to 7 years, guess what? You are able to properly, you can budget, right? This is kind of cool. And but by the way, boss, I'm not sure if I already reminded you of today's topic here. We are talking about M&T Bank Personal Loans. How do you get approved? What type of loans you have? how the whole process works. So again, I'm going to explain to you within 10 to 15 minutes everything you need to understand about M&T Bank Personal Loans. One thing I want to say here, one thing we love about M&T Bank, especially the unsecured loans, is that M&T is really transparent in terms of their APR. See, everything about M&T is transparent. They tell you how much they will charge you. So their APR goes from 8.74% all the way to 18.74%. Very transparent. And if you happen to be on the higher side, on the higher spectrum of FICO, they will actually cap your APR at 15.76%. So what will happen here is that your rate will go from 8.74% all the way to 15.76%. This is really good. This is really good when you actually compare and contrast this to what the APRs that other banks actually provide. Okay, so the transparency in terms of the APR, transparency in terms of how much you will get. So $2,000 to $50,000. Transparency in terms of the approval process. Depending on the state where you are currently applying from, there could be a possibility for you to pre-qualify for the loan. Now, they don't have a system online where you can pre-qualify, but we know, and because we have clients who went through that process, we know that M&T Bank does have a pre-qualification process in-house whereby a borrower can pre-qualify. Pre-qualification is cool because you are really preserving your FICO score. You're not losing a few points here and there just because you're trying. You're not getting a hard pull. You're getting a soft pull. So M&T is really transparent in that sense, and M&T also is transparent in terms of allocating, like having if you have been with the bank for several years and you have a long standing relationship with them, you are able to actually have a loan rep who could actually help you in terms of budgeting. So what they do is that they try to help you, give you all the advice that they think you might need based on your situation and based on your cash inflows and cash outflows with them. Now, this really helps when you have a strong relationship. This really helps if you have if you have direct deposit into an M&T Bank checking accounts. Like if they see your cash inflows and cash outflows, the bank will be able to tell you that they'll be able to help you out in terms of budgeting advice or just the investment advice in general. So all these things really help in the end because you are able to get a higher, a larger loan with a smaller or a lower interest rate. So boss, I just explained everything to you about the unsecured personal loans and M&T, right? So maximum $2,000, maximum $50,000, minimum $2,000. Now let's talk about the cash secured loans. Now cash secured loans are just like the regular loans that you get from M&T, and basically the thing here is that when you look at okay, let me just break it down for you. To actually qualify for a cash secured loan at M&T, you got to have some kind of savings account. You got to have some kind of either an M&T certificate of deposits or an M&T savings account. And what will happen here is that this loan will be secured by cash deposits, and with that you have a very competitive fixed interest rates. Now you might be asking, why the hell would I want to collateralize a loan with my CD, for example? Well, it really depends. Let's say you have a stable financial situation. You have a stable family situation and something happens, right? There's an emergency and that you didn't see coming, but you know that you will be paid next year, or you'll be paid 2 years from now, whatever. You can, if you have a CD with M&T, you can use it to collateralize the loan, right? Because you know your situation will be better anyway. So it's just a temporary gap that you have in your financial life, in your financial itinerary. So given this hypothetical scenario, it might make sense to actually to use the funds. Now the thing here is that the loan is secure again by the funds in your deposit account, and this must equal at least 100% of the loan amount. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you are, let's say, if you are applying for $50,000, you must have at least $50,000 in a savings account, in an M&T savings account or M&T certificate of deposit. Okay, so that's the requirements. But here you have a fast approval process. You have a prompt professional attention, and that's really good. And if you have a relationship with M&T, you do have what they call relationship discounts for customers. Okay, this is what I mean when I said to you that it's really great for M&T to actually build a relationship with M&T. And one thing I also want to say here is that this cash secure loans is also a great way to build your credit. Okay, and so this is just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to remind you once again of the topic we're discussing today. I'm talking to you about M&T Bank Personal Loans. And so how do you get approved? How do you get qualified? And what are the types of loans that you have? And one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about the cash secure loans, the maximum loan amount is $100,000, minimum $2,000. The thing here is that when we talk about why should you bank with M&T in general, because the thing is that people are asking questions about, why should I get an M&T Bank personal loan in the first place? But I want to go back and say why M&T is a great institution for you at this point. First of all, M&T they have stellar customer service. It's a bank that really understands what kind of it's a bank that really understands your customers' financial itinerary. The bank has a constellation of services, so everything from checking accounts, savings accounts, to investments, to brokerage. So this is a solid bank with a strong balance sheet. Obviously, the bank is geo-restricted, so you don't have a national bank here. This is not a national bank. This is a regional bank. So you got to be in the geography they cover. Simple as that. If you're not in that geography, you're not going to qualify. You might look for another lender. But the thing is that if you are in that geography, you have a lot of things that you can benefit from when you bank with M&T. Okay, and on top of that, M&T also gives you a constellation of credit cards. Oh yeah, we have covered M&T credit cards on other shows, but they do have a variety of credit cards that we love a lot in terms of cashback rewards, for example, in terms of points, general points, groceries, in terms of balance transfers, low APR credit cards from M&T. So you have a constellation of credit products that you usually get from just a full service financial institution, which is what the M&T Bank really is. Okay, so it pays. It really pays to bank with M&T Bank. By the way, if you have any question, we're gonna give you the number. You can call M&T and just start a relationship right now if you feel like this is the right thing for you. 1-800-724-2440. The number once again is 1-800-724-2440, and you can just talk to someone, ask the questions, or if you're lucky that you live in the vicinity of an M&T bank, just go to a branch. Oh yeah, things go a lot faster if you go to a branch and then ask questions there. You talk to a rep and then ask all the questions, and they'll answer you. They'll explain everything to you, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, and if M&T is indeed the right bank for you. Because sometimes you can hear shows like this. We can say stuff to you, but unless you experience things yourself, you might not really understand fully the extent of M&T Bank's services. I want to talk to you about how to get an M&T Bank personal loan, whether it is secured or unsecured. Now, for secured, it's a lot easy because you just need to have a collateral, right? Now, if you want to get an unsecured personal loan from M&T, the one that goes all the way to $50,000, okay, the delta, $2,000 all the way to $50,000. How do you get qualified? So the thing is that M&T will qualify you if you have a minimum credit score of 585. 585, that's where they start looking at you. So in that condition, the first thing you want to do here is you want to check your credit score. Even before you start calling M&T Bank, you go to a branch and whatnot, just make sure that you check your credit score. And check your credit score. Again, it's not something you have to do once in a while. No, it has to be something permanent. It has to be something constant. It has to be something consistent. It has to be something that becomes a routine. The same way you brush your teeth. You have to check your credit score every day. No. But you can check your credit score once a week, once every 2 weeks. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make is you want to make it a routine. It has to become part of your life, part of your financial routine, okay? Checking your credit score. And the good thing is you have a lot of places where you can check your credit score for free. Nobody's kind of asking you to pay any money, any cash at all. So check your credit score so you know where you are at. You know, if you are like, if you have excellent credit, in other words, you have 720 and higher, or if you have good credit, 690 to 719. If you have average or fair credit, 630 to 689, and or if you have bad credit, which goes from 300 to 629. Okay, and in some cases, bad credit, you have poor credit also that goes like all the way to below 579. So the thing is, so after checking your credit score, you got to ask yourself, you need to calculate your loan payments. So you want to get an M&T Bank Personal Loan, and let's say you want to go for $50,000. You have to calculate your loan payments to make sure that you can afford them based on your current situation, that you are generating enough cash inflows to be able to cover the expected cash outflows. This is what we call DTI analysis, debt to income ratio analysis. That way you have a clear idea whether or not you can afford an extra loan, whether it is from M&T or another lender. It doesn't really matter. What matters here is that can you afford to have an extra loan on your balance sheet, okay? And also try to get pre-qualified for a loan. See if M&T can actually pre-qualify you so that you have a clear idea that you will actually get a loan anyway without actually hurting your credit score, okay? So as I said before, there is a pre-qualification process within M&T, but they don't have it online, and they actually roll it out based on the geography. They don't do it nationally. They don't do it in all the branches where they are at. It's on a case-by-case basis, but it is there. Okay, so try to see if you can pre-qualify. And one thing I want you to do here is that, as you're trying to get an M&T Bank Personal Loan, you want to always keep your eyes on the ball, so to speak. In other words, there are a lot of lenders out there. If M&T is not giving you the kind of a loan that you need, you want to keep your options open. That way you know for sure that you can get a loan from any other lender because you just happen to have done research already. Maybe PNC will give it to you. Maybe US Key Bank will, maybe US Bank will give it to you. Maybe Key Bank will give it to you. Maybe Fifth Third will take care of you. Maybe BMO will take care of you. Maybe Truist will take care of you. Maybe Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, maybe Citi will take care of you. So always keep your options open, okay? Keep your options open, and you want to read the fine print. You want to read the fine print. So after you get approved, if M&T Bank approves you, read the fine print to make sure you understand exactly what they're talking about. Don't be like, I'm surprised. I never saw it coming. No, think about the APR. I want you to look at the APR, the fees they're charging you, the fees the M&T is charging you, and then you have to apply. Complete your application. So the thing is that you might have to go to a branch to apply there, or you might have to basically download the application form and actually fill it out and then go drop it at a branch, because M&T doesn't have an online system whereby you can just apply for a loan online. What we know is that they don't have it nationally. There are places where you are able to see the application process online. So what they do it, again, going back to what I said, they actually do it on a case-by-case basis. And but it's safer to say that if you want to apply for an M&T Bank Personal Loan, go to a branch. Go to a branch, and they have your account. They will see, and you just go to a branch, have all your paperwork with you, and just apply there. And that's just the fastest way to get approved for an M&T Bank Personal Loan. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. To this conversation, I was just quickly talking to you about M&T Bank Personal Loans. So I gave you the two types of loans that we have, the unsecured loans and the secure loans, and I explained to you why M&T is a great bank to actually bank with. And I just explained to you also how to get qualified for M&T Bank Personal Loans. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'll see you next time. God bless you. And until next time, remain marvelous.